We have tested, we've tried, but can we finally get this put to bed? Let's see. What's going on, everyone? It's Rich Haywood here for Bacon Ice Cream Productions and Team RTFC welcoming you to yet another episode of Good Times with Retro Rich. Yeah, that's right. That's right. We're here back again in Studio B with our friend, the 2600 Plus. That's right. This has been quite the adventure. However, we were, as of the last video, successfully able to update this bad boy to version 2.0.1.4. So we did it, right? It was a great success. However, the community has not yet had such great success. And this video here is going to go over all of the different ways that we can possibly go about the update, making sure that we have basically an update checklist so that we can ensure that we have all the tools handy in order to see if we can succeed. And there will be links below in the description to hopefully help you guys out with some stuff in case you need to do further troubleshooting. Now, for us and our circumstances, right, our update journey on the Atari side of things was just simply, it was just all down to cables. So we had brought this little cable here and did that second video. Well, I guess this is the first one talking about the problem with this little cable, and I was able to replicate problems that some other people had. Not necessarily BCB. Shout out to BCB, by the way. But other people were not getting their Atari 2600 Plus being seen by the computer by using a cable. So apparently these little ones, these little guys here, some USB-Cs are only power, and some USB-Cs are power and data. So you want to make sure that's the first checklist item, that not these guys, but something like this. You need a USB-C cable that is capable of doing power and data, right? So you want to make sure you're doing a power and data USB-C cable, right? So once you get one of those, this one is that HyperCAN controller. So in case you guys have the designed HyperCAN controller, is the one that looked like the oh yeah, Kool-Aid Man one. I don't think I've got it here. Yeah, I don't think I got it here. But there's there's one with hot dog and like that kind of stuff. This is literally that USB-C cable. So we're gonna plug it in right now, and we're gonna move this over here, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try to see if we can get this to see the 2600 Plus by sharing the screen right here. We're gonna go to this window right here. All right, here we go. Here's our update tool. We'll get this out of the way. All right, so we're going to go over here to the start button, right? And it wants to connect the cable to the 2600 to the PC. All right, so we're going to do that right there, right? Now we're going to hit next. And then we go to black and white, holding down the game select lever. We're going to turn the power on. I heard the button. I heard the doot, which means it was able to see the 2600 Plus. Now I'm going to hit update, and it went to progress. And there we go. It wants to power off the 2600 Plus. So I can hit power off. Then we're going to hit next. And then to update, we're going to go to color, holding the reset, game reset lever, and then power on. I heard the button again, then I hit update, and it's going to go in an update, but it's going to check the files and then say, hey, you know what? It's already on the current firmware. I guess it's going to run it again. So it's not necessarily harmful to update it again, but I am literally updating it as fast as our friend Dave updated his, and the update video that is attached to the instructions for this. So Dave is right. In the right environment with the right drivers and the right cables, this is literally as easy as it is. We're 4 minutes in, and we're updating this bad boy. This is a Windows 10 Pro update complete, finish. Update. This is a Windows 10 Pro update that we just did on a Windows 10 machine. And we're going to go to a Windows 11 machine next and check that out. But first, say we had a problem with the driver, right? The driver was messed up or something like that. There's a tool called the RK, or Rock Driver Assistant 5.1.2. That's available on the Atari Age forums. What does it look like when you open it? Well, it looks like this guy right here. This is the actual program where you can either install or uninstall a driver. So what I would recommend if people were having the driver update problem is to get this program. The link is down below in the description. I'll make sure it's the top one. Go ahead and download this assistant, do the uninstall driver task, then restart your computer, then rerun this and either do the install driver and then restart the computer again and then run the update tool, or you can try just the uninstall, restart, and then run the update tool. It should allow the driver to install at that point. So that is what I'm thinking, is that the drivers, you guys have, the guys that are having problems with the installation of drivers or hanging or any of those kind of things, you want to do this step. This is the step you want, is the uninstall driver step, restart the computer, and then rerun the 2600 update tool. And hopefully you guys are going to see some smiley faces. All right, so I can't guarantee that because I'm not an engineer for Atari, but that I've got a number of people that were saying that if they were able to run the Arcade Driver Assistant on their machine, restart, run the update tool, and with the right cable, were able to go ahead and get their stuff updated, which is cool. So if that is all in line with the technology hat that I had on, then our diagnosis was correct. It was all a driver problem all along, and then there was a mix of the cable issue because I was using the wrong one the first time. If I had had this cable, though, and I did that second video, the very first, well, technically our first troubleshooting video, I would have ended it there and said, hey guys, I don't know what's going on with you guys, but I got a cable and I was able to update this thing 3 times. And that would have been the end of it. But I'm glad that I actually got to the point where I had the problem with this cable, because that sent me down the path to look for more information. And shout out to the community for providing that information to not only me, but for other people that were watching the video here on this channel, and the community at large. It's really awesome when we're all supporting each other and getting help for each other, because hey, you know what? At the end of the day, all we want is our little plastic machines to do what we want to do, and that's play games and to have some escape, right? So speaking of that, let's get some escape of me over here so I can go over there to that Windows 11 machine and try to do this exact same thing over there with the same cable so I can show you it's not just Windows 10. All right, so I'm going to go over here and I'm going to get myself out of here, and then I'm going to give you guys some, I don't know, something silly to look at while I'm around. Let's do the opening to Calling All Retro Gamers again, because it seems to be a bugaboo of the channel lately. So here it is, the opening to Calling All Retro Gamers while I go and move chairs.
Calling all retro gamers.
Calling all retro gamers!
Calling all
Retro gamers!
Calling all
retro gamers!
All right, guys. So here we are. Ooh. All right, I gotta hit a button too. Hold on a second. I was creating quite the feedback loop. That was fun. So anyway, here we are. Back in, still in Studio B. Obviously, there's the machine I just walked away from. But we're gonna hook up the same cable and the same 2600 plus to a new machine, and then we're gonna do this all over again. Now remember, these machines didn't have the driver before, so these update tools were able to successfully install the RockTip driver because they basically just were a plain machine, right? But like I said, if you had older drivers, you were a fan of the Blaze Entertainment line of products, and you had an EXP, EXPR, VS before the wireless updating, the old school Evercade handheld, Super Pocket, that kind of stuff, or you updated for using the older tool for these 2600 pluses, then that's where your driver problem probably is. So let me go ahead and hit present here on the update tool on this Windows 11 machine now. It's Windows 11 Pro. And we'll try to see if we can go ahead and update this thing for the third time in a row. This poor 2600 plus is going to be screaming. It was like, what are you doing to me? All right, so we got it plugged in. We're going to hit start. Oops, that's the wrong button. Start. We got it plugged in. Then we want it to black and white. Select is down and flick power on. I heard the little doo-doo. Let me go to update. And then the progress bar is going. Power off your 2600 plus. Next, you go to update, go to color, bloop, hit then the reset lever, turn the power on, wait to hear the little beep, bloop, and update. And starting the update, initializing the device. And like I said, this is the same 2600 plus, running the same update tool as the official one for 2.0.1.4. The only thing I don't have the ability to do right now, because I just don't know if I have the right capture stuff, is the ability to plug this into a capture device and literally show you this turned on with the HDMI. I'm not. I mean, I guess I could. I mean, it's got enough power to do that. The update is complete. All right, there we go. So like I said, I was able to once again, on this new device. This is now the third device that I've run this device through an update. Windows 11, Windows 10 Pro, and Windows 10 Pro that had older updates. So Windows is not the problem. The cable is a problem unless if you can't get one that's if you get one that's only power, that's not good. You get the power and data cable. You need the power and data USB cable. And then the update tool is not the issue either. It's the driver. It is definitely the driver. And like I said, down below in that description, hit that button, get that download, that rock chip updater tool, run the uninstall, reset the computer, run the update tool again, and hopefully it'll get the new driver that it needs installed onto the machine, and it'll get the update done finally. If not, what I would recommend is actually, after uninstalling the driver, using that same tool to reinstall the driver, go ahead and reset and then run the update tool again, because it might even bypass the look for the driver if the newer driver got installed. Now, that's a little bit more hinky. Again, in the comments, you guys might yell at me, and by all means, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think that might be another way of doing things, just to at least eliminate procedures. But I do think, though, the uninstallation of the older drivers, the reset, and the installation of the new drivers via the update tool is going to get you going. So that's that. Now we're done with the Windows 11 machine here and this guy. So we're going to put myself back in a box, ship myself back over to the Windows 10 machine to wrap up this video. And then, you know what? I think I'm going to try it. I'm going to try to hook this up and try to get the thing over there to do what I need to do to show you guys. I'm going to try to turn it on and show you that I'm not lying. It is 2.0.14. So, all right, cool. So let me go over here and hit this button over here and show you guys the Calling All Retro Gamers installation again, or installation. I got it on the brain. The Calling All Retro Gamers intro, I should say. Let's go.
Calling all retro gamers.
Calling all retro gamers!
Calling all retro
Gamers!
Calling all retro gamers!
All right, here I am. There I am. All right, cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to hook this bad boy back up over here by selecting this here. We're going to put this power cable in here. This power cable in here. All right. And then we're going to, let's borrow this. Let's borrow this over here. Let's do this. I'm going to borrow this. Right. All right, I'm going to hit this button over here. All right. We're going to get all these tools out of the way. Rock trip driver tool. We're going to get that tool out of the way. We're going to pull OBS up. And we're going to turn on the 2600. And then we're going to go to this here. That's not it. That's not it. Let's see here. Is this? Nope. That's not what I want. Really, guys are looking at weather. I think I need to. Oh, I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. Yeah, hold on a second. Hold on. I think I do need to actually do that. All right, so what's this one? That one's going up there. That's that. That's this. So what if I just did this over here? And no, it's not that. I need this one. I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, I need to actually unplug it. Hold on a second. All right, so that's that. There it is. There it is. I found it. All right. Sorry to bother you guys putting that up. If I move myself over here, there it is, guys. 2.0.1.4. All right, and then I can take this card over here, right? And I've got my 20 games detected. It's on number 4, which is Video Pinball, which is a kind of cool game. So I should be able to just put this in, and then it'll load Video Pinball. Loading game. And is it Video Pinball? It is Video Pinball. There it is. There it is. All right, so it works. So we got it, and it does the thing it needs to do. And I can change it to 4 by. There we go. I can change the aspect ratio. There you go. There it is. We like that. All right, cool. So that's that, and then I can turn it off. All right, so there you go. So we did it, guys. That's that. Let me go back up to here, and we have officially updated the thing. We've updated it on every single thing that we can. We've identified that the more likely culprit for any of these things is indeed the driver set. So check your drivers, check your drivers, check your drivers. Check down below in the comments, because there will be a link to the Rock Trip Driver uninstaller, so you can hit the button. It'll just download directly. The forum link is to the executable, so it's going to just download right away. So there is that, as I fix my stuff over here, so that people don't get crazy in the morning when they get in and go, why did you unplug all these things? So there's that. And then there we go, guys. That hopefully that it gives you some answers. Hopefully this is the final bit in the thing here for you guys that needed help getting the updates done on your devices. And yeah, I'm glad to help if I could have. If not, and hopefully it's not a waste of your time. But hopefully this is something that was useful to you guys. This little video series here. And if you did enjoy the series and you did have success in fixing all this stuff on your 2600 plus, go ahead and leave a comment. Leave me a thumbs up. Just say, hey man, thanks. I was trying to do the thing and I did the thing and then it worked. Because we always love to hear about those kind of things. So with all that being said, it's time to end this video, and you know what we have to do at the end of every single video. We have to do what? Yeah, that's right. We have to thank the members of the Good Times Club. So let's do that right now. Let's thank the EverCanadian, Crimson Cross, George Games, Chris Westerman, Phantom Fiction, Lidar Gem, Papa Pete, The Intellivision Gamer, Ken LaCure, Mr. Shua, John Woolley, Gunsy20, Herb Wars, DF, Joe Whitlash, David Valdez, Dan Nastic, Dr. Mark, Mad Scientist, Alex Groot, Immortal Sojourn, Atari Creep, and Super Mega Graphics 64. Thank you guys all so much for being members, for being awesome, for giving us 1080p StreamYard glory, not only here on StreamYard, but on the Evercast and Edge channel, the Evercade Effect, and Calling All Retro Gamers, which you guys saw the preview for twice. And it's been such a dormant channel that we need to just get the dust off and do something. We got to do something with this thing. So make sure you get in comments and say, hey, you know what, Calling All Retro Gamers, do something before the feet enter the tuchus region, and then the elbows reach the head region off the top rope, right? So there we go. Anyway, thanks to everyone for watching. If you want to be a member, go ahead and hit the join button, please. And you get some cool exclusives and exclusive videos, exclusive meeting videos. You get to tell me what to do here on the channel. Every meeting, you can input and tell me what's going on. And my feedback, or the feedback of the GTC, is reflected in the things that I do on the channel. So please give us a shout out there if you would like. If not, that's okay. Leave likes, leave dislikes, leave comments, and of course, hit the red subscription button so that way my face will be notified to your face, especially when you hit the bell whenever I have new stuff for you. That'd be kind of cool. So, anyway, thanks all for that, and until next time, we'll catch you next time for some good times. I'm Rich, and we'll see you later. Take it easy, guys, and hopefully all this will work, and then you can go play some Atari. See ya.
RTFC.baconicecream.com